Hello everybody and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to my latest episode of New Music Weekly, the show where I give you guys the top 5 prog singles for the week curated by me, some new music that I think you guys will enjoy, and then talk about some prog news, some quick hits of things that are happening in the prog space. So it's your weekly stop for all things prog news, for new prog music, trying to share what's happening in the scene, and hopefully you guys are enjoying these episodes. So it's June 29th, 2024, and got some interesting quick hits here to get to before I get to my singles list. First of all, I mentioned last week Steven Wilson had some news to announce, and he announced it. He's doing a tour in 2025, the Overview Tour, which is his first solo tour for 6 years. So that should be pretty exciting. He has a new album coming out next year in time for the tour. So that's going to be the album that he's touring. The Overview should be really cool. It sounds like it's a concept piece that just features 2 lengthy progressive rock pieces. So that should be interesting. And this is the first real tour where he's able to play material from the Harmony Codex, which was his previous album. So he's really excited. So ticket pre-sales have already started on June 25th. There's a kind of a pre-order for the album to get you early access to these tour tickets and all that kind of stuff. The general sale has started also June 28th. So if you want to get tickets for his upcoming tour, so far only, I believe, European dates, not anything yet in North America where I'm from, but I'm sure that will be on the list later down the line. So really exciting, really fun. There's a new 10-disc Ian Anderson solo box set that's going to be released in August. So it's cool to see them collect all of the solo works of Ian Anderson into a big limited edition deluxe box set, 8/3/14 boxed. Tribute to the Jethro Tull frontman, released through Madfish Records on August 23rd, featuring all of Anderson's solo albums that he's released, starting with the electronic experimentation of 1983's Walk Into Light, through to 2014's Homo Eroticus, which reached number 14 in the UK album chart. So if you're a fan of Ian Anderson and his solo works, that should be a cool box set to check out. King Crimson outfit Beat adds 21 more dates to their North American tour. So this is a quartet put together by Adrian Belew, featuring Tony Levin on bass, Danny Carey from Tool on the drums, and of course Steve Vai on guitar. So a cool lineup of really notable, excellent musicians coming together to play 80s style King Crimson music. So that should be fun. All types of dates now in North America. They've added a ton of dates, so look those up and check out that tour if you're interested in that era of King Crimson. And then a band I really enjoy, Motorpsycho, announced a new project that they'll be releasing, a new album, Neigh, coming out through Stickman Records on August 23rd. Pretty much a companion piece to last year's Yay. Of course, the Yay and Neigh is kind of a play on each other. So this should be kind of interesting to see how it lines up and relates to their previous album. So it should be fun. Just a bunch of tunes put together that have found a new home here. So should be one to look out for in the near future. They've put out, I believe, a single song called All My Life, I Love You. So that should be cool. I think it might be actually a cover song from a different artist. So, but there should be some cool stuff on hand here to check out from Motorpsycho. Now moving into the prog singles list. Number 1 on my list is Kaipa's new track. Their new album just came out. I did a review of it this past week, and I really enjoy it. Just classic symphonic prog, just everything you'd come to expect from them, done at a very high expert level. They put out a little snippet of Spiderweb Train. They couldn't really find a third single to put out because every track on the album is like super long and lengthy. So they put on YouTube a little snippet of one of the longer tracks on the record. So I think it's a good representation of what you could expect and fun to listen to if you want a teaser and taste of the album. So, but really the whole album is worth checking out if you love classic symphonic prog. It's just really expertly done and has a lot of cool epic length tracks and is just this great journey of an album that I really enjoy. Second on my list, I have Leprous's Silent Walking Alone. This is their second single from their upcoming 8th studio album, Melodies of Atonement, being released on August 30th. This is a really cool track, much in their style, very heavy at times, very deliberate, and really sonically experimental and fun. They're more in the prog metal spectrum, and it's a really exciting track, so I think you guys might enjoy that. It gives you another taste of what to expect from their upcoming album. They're also planning a tour as well, so a lot of activity going on for them this year leading into next. So it should be a lot of fun to get the new album and see what they have in store for all of us. Number 3 is an interesting track here on the singles list. I've got Dim Grey and their track The Wave We Thought We'd Ride Forever. This is a Norwegian rock quintet. Notable because one of the members of the group, Oscar, is actually with Big Big Train as well. So kind of pulling double duty, but this is his original group, and a really great one at that. And they're coming out with a live digital EP that's going to be released this autumn, so this is kind of a taste of that, a live track from them. Should be really cool. They're a really great band. Maybe not capital P prog, but just really expertly crafted rock music that I think a lot of people would enjoy. Very atmospheric at times, very emotional, and very guitar driven, and very good rock music. So really enjoy this one. I wanted to bring some attention to it. A cool group, and I really liked their previous album that I think is really showcases some brand new great talent on the scene. Then I have to mention, because it's Gentle Giant month, my 4th track here is Gentle Giant's Bet You Thought We Couldn't Do It. They released a new promotional video for it from their latest release, which was a Steven Wilson remix of The Missing Piece from 1977. So this is one of the more popular tracks, maybe their riff on like punk music at the time. And I think it's actually pretty fun and cool. Of course, it's not like your typical proggy Gentle Giant stuff, but really fun nonetheless, and a fun video to accompany it. So I wanted to bring attention to that, especially considering that it's still Gentle Giant month in a way. So really enjoyable track and fun to be had by all there. And then the last one that I have on my list is something I've just discovered. Calandra, Are You Ready is the name of the track. This is a Nordic folk group who dabbles into prog, and they have a new album coming out on September 13th called A Frame of Mind. This is just fantastic music, just very folky, very intense at times. Has a bit of a heavier edge to it, but it's really beautifully done. Some great female vocals, and I just fell in love with the track as I was listening through the different tracks from this week, because that's basically what I'm trying to do with this show, is like curate the top 5 tracks that I've discovered, and it's different things that I'm taking into account, like how popular the track is. Is this a big name in progressive rock? I feel like I should be featuring all of the biggest artists and acts so that you're aware of what's going on at the prog scene at large. But I also like to throw in and pepper in these like little more obscure acts or things that are prog adjacent, but maybe not completely prog, but I think people in this space would really enjoy it. So I'm trying to expand musical tastes ever so slightly, but keep everything grounded in the traditional progressive rock that I love the most. So that's really where I'm going with this show, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to put a list, as usual, in the description of all of these singles, and a playlist you can go onto YouTube and listen and watch these videos of these tracks. I really recommend you go check them out, because they're all really fun and really good, and have something to offer that I think many fans of progressive rock will really enjoy. So as for this week on the channel, I did a review of the new Kaipa album. Impossible to pronounce the name for me, but a really good album that I really recommend once again. So check out my review of that from this week. I did a Prog Song Sunday with Jana this last week for a Beardfish song, which we really enjoyed. I like bringing attention to newer prog bands on the scene, so hopefully you guys will check that one out, even if you're more traditionalist progressive rock fans. I think there's a lot for everyone to enjoy there. We should have our Gentle Giant episode, the second half of Power and the Glory, coming this Sunday, tomorrow, in fact, on our next episode of Prog Song Sunday. So something fun to look out to, and a fun way to close out Gentle Giant month, and probably taking a break a bit from the Prog Band of the Month episodes. I don't know, I'm struggling with them. Some of the videos haven't worked out like I had hoped, but still trying to ruminate on the best way to move forward with the concept, and a little hesitant to try out new things on the channel right now because of some recent issues that I've been having. But nevertheless, I'm going to stick with the tried and true episodes, keep bringing you guys album reviews, weekly news programs like this one, and of course the content with Jana, the Prog Song Sundays. So really excited for what's coming up. There's a lot of excellent new releases coming out there, and next week I'm going to put together my favorite albums of the year so far. I think I'm going to do a list of about 20 albums that I think are excellent. Most of them I've reviewed on the channel, so for those diehards who follow my reviews and what I do, you probably won't be too surprised by what's included on my list, but it might be interesting to see how I rank it and order it. I'm really taking a lot of time this weekend to re-listen to all these great albums and trying to order them how I feel that they are in my preferences, according to my taste. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. I think it's always a fun look into someone's taste and maybe gives you guys some cool new recommendations to check out. And it should be a fun time. So thank you guys so much for joining me, for all your support. It means the world to me. I'm thankful for everybody here and the kind comments that you leave for me and the support I feel. It's really meaningful, especially when I struggle with things that I'm trying to do that don't quite work out. I know I have your guys' support through it all. So thank you guys, and hopefully you'll stick around with me and catch me in a future episode. Bye everybody. Thanks, and enjoy the music.